Parental discretion is advised.
This show is brought to you by IndieWrestling.us. Check out IWC, RWA, and more. And listeners like you, support this show at Patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect.
It is the Monday Mayhem Wrestling Wrap Up. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the Twitter here in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, PA, ready to talk some pro wrestling with you or wonderful music acts named Poppy, apparently, that we've introduced our cohorts to here. But we are ready to go here in the studio for another week after. And hey, it's not a snowstorm here. It's actually really, really warm, strangely enough. But of course, some people for Monday night have had to deal with that for the show, as we are reminded often again. So I'm just gonna keep reminding you periodically through the show, especially if you're on video with the camera. It's nice and warm and no snow out there in front of us here in the Beachview neighborhood of Pittsburgh, despite the fact that I drove through the mountains through snow and fog this weekend to return from wrestling. But with us, I'm sure he's got a little bit more going on up there. Mad Mike is joining us from Beacon, New York. He's the Mayhemmer that definitely watches more wrestling than you do.
I'm Poppy.
Here we go.
God.
I'm Poppy.
Here we go.
Sorg.
Nick,
Oh man,
yes.
that was a treat seeing our other co-host being introduced to Poppy for the first time.
Absolutely. And
It also means he doesn't watch NXT because she's been on it like at least twice.
oh, absolutely. And also with us, the one who just had his Poppy cherry broke was Nick Farrah, the ring announcer for Black Diamond Wrestling, amongst other wrestling tasks and favors. I don't know where you're at that point in your wrestling career. I think
We do stuff.
you do stuff.
We do stuff. But we're getting good at it, Sorg.
You're sounding better. I don't know what you did from last week. Your $5 headset from GameStop is sounding a lot better this week.
It was $1.
It's your dollar headset.
I'm
See,
Poppy.
kids, if you're cheap, you never know where it can take
What
you.
did I say when you were getting on board? And I was like, I spent $1 on this on GameStop, and I said, yes, it sounds like it. So,
Poppy.
podcasting is not always expensive. Just when I do it, apparently. But anyways, you
I'm
don't
Poppy.
you don't see my equipment bills. But anyways, it's it snowed for an hour in the Seattle area. So there's by the way, the Seattle Dragons are my pick for the XFL team based on logo, which Chachi was putting out there earlier. If you hear barking in the background, the podcast dog is here, and I'm sure it's it's scaring off. I need somebody to scare off all the drunks during this podcast, and he's going to the door right now. I hope
Sorg,
I
just
like
show
that.
them Poppy videos.
Just showing Poppy videos. Oh yeah, I'll just push that out to the main screen here instead of the dog, and so we have that going on. Anyway, so it is Monday night. It is the wrap up, and first of all, we'll go around to you guys first. Mike, what was your good in wrestling this week?
I'm Poppy.
Your Poppy. There's got to be
I'm
more than
Poppy.
Poppy.
Does there?
Okay,
First
there
of
doesn't
all,
have to be,
does
but you
there?
know.
Let's see. My good in wrestling this week. I like what they're doing with Hangman Page and AEW.
Really?
It's about the only thing I like in AEW.
I am amazed that I'm hearing an AEW thing from you.
I mean, NXT is chugging along. I'm excited for a takeover. Takeover is gonna be fucking balls out bananas because we're gonna get Tegan versus Dakota in a street fight. Like-
Jeez, yeah.
Like that's my preemptive good for 2 weeks from now. Spoiler alert. But yeah, no, I want to give it because I feel like sometimes I come across I hate everything AEW does.
What?
want-
I
I
don't know what this is.
I want
Where are
them
you
to
getting
do
this from?
good, but I just can't get into it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. Their top heel is MJF, and I think he's a fucking garbage heel.
Oh, really?
Yes, he's
I think
terrible.
he's great.
He's
Come
he's
on.
Mr. Low Hanging Fruit. That's what he is.
Nick, have you been checking out MJF? Have you got any read on him?
I mean, I really haven't been following it. I've been trying to follow his storyline, but I haven't seen much of his work.
Mm-hmm.
Him as a character, though, as a heel, it works. He's got that, and I hope the man dime doesn't take this the wrong way, but he's got that like annoyance factor to him,
Mm-hmm.
where he knows that he's getting on everybody's nerves,
Mm-hmm.
and I enjoy it. Plus, Wardlow's with him right now, and that's a Pittsburgh guy, and I think he's going to be debuting soon.
Pittsburgh / Cleveland. I think his first match is going to be his cage match with Cody on AEW.
I think he's already had a match.
What, on a Dark or something?
I thought he was in a tag match.
No, he was outside the ring.
No, yeah, I don't think he was a part of that.
Okay.
The DDP one.
Yeah, okay, it was okay. Yeah, I thought.
Speaking of which, not to bring that back, but holy shit, DDP's like what, 60-something years old?
He's not that old. He's
Oh,
not older than he's not older than Hogan.
Still significantly older to be in a ring. I mean, and granted, it was a tag match. So, but I mean,
yeah, but he got up on the top rope and dove out.
He did do that.
Like,
which I don't remember DDP doing that a lot in WCW.
Well, he's doing yoga now.
That's right. That's what yoga says. You can jump off the top rope.
Yoga says.
Yes.
63 years old.
Nick Farrah, what is your good of the week this week?
I went back and watched WrestleMania 20.
Oh.
Only a couple matches of it, though.
Whoa. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a mixed pay-per-view. I was there.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun.
That is a mixed bag of a show.
So ups and downs. You're allowed to say somebody's name if you need to.
I mean, like looking back at it, like at the time, that moment at the very end was amazing, and it was good to watch it again. But I mean, like I'm one. I hate to put it like this. I'm one of them people that like I've gone back, I've watched conspiracy theory videos, and because I mean, you never know. I just like to entertain myself with stuff like that.
I would, if you are going through a 2004 pay-per-view rewatch, I would recommend not watching the pay-per-view afterwards.
Oh, what was it?
I would recommend not.
Is it just a backlash or something?
It's backlash.
Yeah.
It's the same match over again.
Oh.
With the same result.
Oh.
But he celebrates with different people.
And
it gets real uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Real uncomfortable.
Well,
you know what?
Good.
You know what I was gonna say? You know what match I really want to go back and watch because I had it on DVD was Triple H and Stone Cold versus Brothers of Destruction at Backlash. Since you brought it up, that winner take all match.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, you don't remember that, do you?
Wait, which one again?
The tag team match, the winner take all.
Oh, the two-man power trip, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that pay-per-view was phenomenal. I can't remember what year that was though.
I don't think that.
Wasn't that
I'm trying to remember. I don't think that was on a pay-per-view.
It was Backlash.
No, I think it did.
Winner take all.
He's right. I think he's right.
Okay.
Our chat room will let us know how right we are in a little bit, I'm sure. But anyway, so before I get to mine, I want to mention in the chat room, Tina's good is for Wrestling Week is Joey Janela and his match announcement for Spring Break. Orange Cassidy versus Minoru Suzuki. Holy shit. That'll be fun. Let's see. Also,
I'm still waiting for Orange Cassidy's first singles match in AEW.
Nah. He's one of the.
He hasn't had one.
No, he's had tag matches.
So what?
Yeah. Okay. Well, you mean so what? Why do you care that Orange Cassidy has a match or not?
Because they need to stop booking the same 10 people on AEW every week.
Well, okay. So you want an Orange Cassidy match? What do you think an Orange Cassidy match is going to be?
I don't know what it is. That's why I want to see it.
Okay. Well, now this is garnering your anticipation for later when he finally has that match in 6 months.
They're not going to give him one.
What do you mean they're not going to? You don't know that at all. You do
do
not know that.
They haven't so far.
That doesn't mean anything.
Sonny Kiss has not gotten a match since he signed.
A slow burn. It's a
slow
burn.
There's a difference between slow burn and Randy Orton taking 18 minutes to walk to the fucking ring.
We'll get to that in a minute. But anyways, before we get to that, which we're going to strongly disagree, I went to Altoona. Not Tuna, Altoona. Altoona, Pennsylvania. It's about 2 hours from here. It is the home of Sheets. It has the biggest sheets, has the best sheets. It's where the Sheets brothers live, I think. I don't know. Maybe they still do. I don't know. And so I got to check out Eclipse Wrestling, which is one that I have been. It's been on my radar for a while, of course. But they had a show, and there was nothing happening here, and the weather didn't look too bad. At least there's a little bit before the show. Have a great setup there. But it was a fun show. A lot of friends of the show that we know, like your Bronco McBrides and the Jesus Club, the entire Jesus Club, Zeke Mercer, AJ Alexander, the Rev Ron Hunt. But also the big one for this, there's a lot of really interesting matches, including a ladder match with Zach Rain, who I've been seeing coming to the ring with his title match title belt for Eclipse at Prospect Pro Wrestling. Let's say, and the Rev in a ladder match, which is loading, and I think you guys might have seen a little bit of picture if you're with us live in advance. Really good match. Everybody got involved in it. I got a few clips over on the Sorgatron Twitter if you want to go check that out, and my Facebook page as well. Loading's off Google Photos, so some of them may not be popping up right away. So. But there's a little bit not Poppy. Also, X Division champion Ace Austin was there defending his belt. Mike, you'll appreciate this because it was a very TNA kind of match. It was called a 7-card stud match.
Oh God!
Everybody drew a card, and that's when they came in Royal Rumble style, and then it was elimination.
So they stole the gimmick from AEW.
But he's Ace Austin, like card, and basically he's Gambit. He's wrestling Gambit. He does the stick thing. Dude, have you seen the stick thing?
I have not seen anything of his.
He does the Gambit thing where he does the flip over in a superhero pose, and his staff comes out of nowhere.
Okay. I approve of that. I just wish he was with a better company.
Fantastic. Man, hey, Drew McIntyre was with Impact for a long time, and now look at him going to WrestleMania.
Yeah, it took him a while.
Hey, it's wrestling time, baby. Anyways, he can't get shot to the top of the moon right away, man, and you don't appreciate it.
I can't see anything Impact does because, again, they have me blocked on Twitter.
Well, there's that too. Because Twitter,
I literally can't watch their
Twitter,
product if I tried. Because they're not on Twitch anymore, and they've blocked.
No,
me
they're
on
back
Twitter.
on Twitch. They're back on Twitch.
Okay.
I believe who was it? Was it Van Damme's ass that got on Twitch? I'd only knocked him off.
I believe it was one of his ladies' boobs.
Was it a boob? Okay. Van Damme Beauty's boobie only gives you 3 days off Twitch. So we have a scale now. We have a scale.
Oh,
so
good. We have standards. Okay.
Yeah, so I can compare. Yeah, whenever I'm worried about how the STD Christmas special is going to go, like I have a level now for how Twitch works. Like YouTube, we kind of already know. Facebook, we kind of already know. Twitch was kind of the mystery. And thank you, Impact Wrestling.
And Twitter, anything goes.
And Twitter, anything goes. Absolutely. Absolutely. But also a long time, anybody with the Mayhem lore for a while know of a wrestler named Manchild that we have not, I have not seen him in person, I don't think. And they had a playpen match, I think this was called. And it was a cage match. And it was a fans bring the toys match. That is a toy box with the name Manchild on it, and it was pretty fun. Against him, it was Manchild and Mad Max. He had a gimp chained to the cage. This was a really good show. I mean, this seriously was a really good show. Like I said, a lot of people that we know from the area. There's Manchild in action there, taking apart a Michelangelo pinata full of Legos right there. So I didn't have good vantage point for a lot of this video stuff.
Sorg, speaking of, should we have a Lego update?
A Lego. It's that leads into the Lego update. I want to finish plugging these guys. Okay. So they had this show. It had a really good attendance. It looks like most of the majority of their ringside was sold out. Stands were had a few people on it. And this was literally a mile down the road, Mike, from Big Time Wrestling. And you're familiar with Big Time Wrestling. I know they run up in your area as well. And you know they bring in the big names. They had Kane, and this is the only show I saw on their list that had Kane on it. Maybe there's been more since, but it was like literally the poster was just Kane's face. I know our friend Jim LaMotta. I got a picture with him that he sent me. And they had Bubba Ray Dudley and James Ellsworth was there, and that's all the names I recall. But literally a mile down the road, also apparently had good attendance. So Altoona Wrestling is strong, and plus I believe Imagine Wrestling runs out of there too, and it sounds like they do pretty good too. So I know video I've seen, like they've all looked great. It was great to see Eclipse in person, and they do a really good show out there. So if you ever find your way to Central PA, Mike, make sure to check them out and say hi to a lot of the friends of the show on there. So anyway, so let's roll from that into wait 1 sec. Matt Carlins is in the chat room, the proprietor of Mayhem Mania, overseer of Mayhem Mania and all the rules. He says his good is Sabre and Osprey from March from New Japan over the weekend. Wait, Osprey and March match. And, plus Mox and Okada are tag teaming. Holy shit! The part where he was partially fighting and then kissed the head of Minoru Suzuki. That I don't even think it's when I saw Matt share. Matt's usually feeding me my New Japan. But I'm
sure he'll go into it some more tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll get into that tomorrow. Also, Alex out there in California says his good for this week is David Benoit interview. Alex, please let us know where that interview is, so we can check that out too. Well, that was going around, and somebody said that they heard him, and you know he sounds just like Dad. So interesting.
Looks like him too.
Yeah, well he does a bit. Mike, it is time for your Lego update.
Yes, Sorg, I have big news.
Big news.
I'm on the last book of instructions for Hogwarts. We are in the final stretch. Sorg, I have created the chess set from Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
Ooh.
The room of flying keys. You can even see a tiny broomstick there.
Mm-hmm.
And the Mirror of Erised, complete with the Sorcerer's Stone.
Nice. So how much are you now? You kind of gave us a percentage before. How well you have 4 full manuals to go through.
I am 75% done.
Nice.
75% done. I've built 3 out of 4 of the founders of Hogwarts. I have to build a little mini Whomping Willow next. It's going to be great.
And have you figured out what you're doing with this when you're done?
Not as of yet.
Mike, how many pieces is that thing total?
Let's see. Let's check the box. It is 6,020 pieces.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
So, wow. Do you have a dining room? Like a proper dining room table kind of situation?
I have a loft.
You
have a loft up there. That's probably where it's going. I have the Simpsons house up there already.
Okay, that's so.
Hashtag pointing season.
New neighbors.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. So I mean, we're gonna figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
We'll fix it in post.
And then all of a sudden, that Mike has a low angle all the time of.
Yep.
So you can.
I'm just going to be podcasting from Hogwarts.
Nice navel gazing during this.
Yeah.
Have you ever done the Disney Castle? Can you do that?
I have not. One of my friends has done Disney Castle. It is delightful.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have several smaller sets waiting for me that I got for Christmas. I have. Hold on, I'm gonna grab one because.
Oh, there he goes. Here he goes. He slid out of frame. You love the slide out of frame thing that he does, though. Hold on, trying to get him queued up. There it is. Whoa.
I'm gonna go back to Avengers.
So what is that for the people on audio?
Because this is it's called the Avengers Hulk Helicopter Rescue. It is depicting a scene that was not in Avengers Endgame at all.
Cutting room floor.
Nope, not even close. It's Black Widow in her time traveling outfit flying a helicopter, not a Quinjet. There were no helicopters in the Avengers Endgame.
No, not that I recall.
But the reason that I got this one, it has 2 Chitauri fighters, which were in Endgame. It has Pepper Potts as Rescue,
Nice.
which is lovely, and it has Hulk in his time travel suit. But with the Hulk comes, and I'm going to zoom in on
Is it a
it.
taco? Is it a taco?
No, better.
Oh, it's the gauntlet.
It's the Nano Gauntlet.
I love you said I'm gonna.
The Nano Gauntlet.
I love
So-
that. I love that you said I'm gonna zoom in on this, and that's just you holding the box up closer.
Well, it is technically me zooming in on it, Sorg.
Hold on, let me cue my Mad Mike Layer studio technology.
Yes, because I have the regular Infinity Gauntlet somewhere in my Lego drawer of minifigures.
Nice.
I'm trying to remember who has it this time because the last time I remember, Dobby had it.
My. Hold on.
Hey, Dobby's a free fucking elf, all right? He can do what he wants.
Okay, Dobby does what he wants. Okay.
Oh, I gave it back to Thanos. Sorg. See?
There you
Put
go.
that thing on Dobby. How to wrestling?
Brandon's in
Come
the
on, there was nothing to talk about on Raw.
Brandon in the chat room that is in Kansas City, Missouri.
Kansas City, here I come.
I understand it's in Missouri.
Wait, are we sure about that?
I'm not
I know
anymore.
I know the team is represented in Missouri,
Mm-hmm.
but is Brandon
is
in
this a-
Kansas
is this a
or is
debate?
he in Missouri?
Is this a debate now? I
don't know.
I hate the internet. I hate Twitter. I just hate this. I just hate it. But anyways, he asked, "Are you gonna watch the Lego TV show this week?"
I
Mike?
already have it DVR'd. It sucks that it
Nice.
happens during NXT and AEW,
Mm.
so it's going to be competing for attention. That's for sure.
Side good. So I watch NXT so I can catch the West Coast feed of AEW, so I can get that all done in one night, right? So I'm all up on stuff because
Okay.
the last 2 weeks of SmackDown have been like not happening for me.
That's fine. I don't think I've literally watched a full episode of SmackDown.
I
since
like
was
it.
hot.
It's just I can't carve out the time to catch that Friday night. But anyways, and I forgot what I was gonna say. I hope this is a regular thing, but they had the premiere in our episode of Ms. and Mrs., and I really didn't get to watch much of the first season, so I'm really enjoying that. And it's a nice in between. And wife is watching it with me and really loves it. They're playing the rerun episode after the premiere with the Cleveland Browns beer locker, Bud Light beer locker. So I'm texting Chachi because Chachi's a Browns fan. I was like, dude, Miz got the beer locker, and he's like, how old is this thing you're watching? Because that was like 2 years ago, and he put the video on his social media, and I'm like, I don't know, man. It's on USA right now.
Sorg. Just so you know, the first season of Ms. and Mrs. is on the network.
Oh, I know that. Oh no, I'm aware of that. I'm
Okay.
I'm aware of that. I'm aware of that.
I'm
But-
just making sure.
I just it's and I have been like watching a little bit more of it.
Well,
from,
yeah,
like-
because Ms. and Mrs. tapes even further behind than
Yeah.
Total Bellas.
oh
did.
yeah, like the season premiere was last year's WrestleMania.
Yeah,
So
yeah, like they're way far behind.
And by the way, I do appreciate. I'm not going to say too much, but I do appreciate that there are people that are currently employed by WWE. Okay, more than one person that's currently employed by WWE that are liking things in our Wrestling Mayhem show group. I don't know if you caught that this week, but
I did not. But
we see you
we'll
out
have-
there. We appreciate you.
hey, making money moves, Sorg.
That's right. That's right. By the way, I'll be in Orlando at the beginning of March. If anybody knows anything good to do in Orlando, I do have tickets to NXT.
Sorg, I've told you you need to hook up with our Patreon buddies, Team Hammerfist,
I think that might be happening.
and they do a podcast,
Mm-hmm.
and you should be on the podcast because it will be the first time people actually listen to their show.
Oh.
They're my buddies. I can.
Wow.
I can post them.
Well, you said it. Haven't you been on that show?
No,
Oh,
Actually,
that's not the one.
not their new show.
Okay. Okay. Oh, they,
They
they've
do it so, they
rebooted.
do it so early in the morning. They do it so early because they're both like one's a dad, and I get it. But God, 9 o'clock is too early a podcast.
Side note: SmackDown Live is supposed to be in San Francisco on Friday. Man, they
Yeah,
missed,
and
they missed out on
spoiler
that
alert,
one.
Goldberg is going to spear King Corbin after he talks trash about the 49ers.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
You Saudi be kidding me.
So Monday Night Raw. Let's talk about. Let's kick it off. About 4 words in 12 minutes. Mad Mike, let's get you out of the way.
Fuck Randy Orton. he took a segment that was so great last week. I get what they were trying to do. There were a lot of segments on Raw tonight that ultimately had no purpose.
I disagree wholeheartedly with most of that.
All right.
Wait. Are you saying
advertisement?
You're telling what?
That there were bait and switch.
What do you mean they're bait and switch?
Randy Orton's going to explain his actions. He takes 15 fucking minutes to walk out and say, "I can't do this," and just walks away.
Okay, hold on.
When has Roman cheering in the booze and saying, "This is my yard now"? If Randy Orton had walked out for 15 minutes, taken in all the booze, and just said he deserved it and dropped the mic, that's all he needed. That's all he needs.
No. And Nick, you got to mute when you're not talking. I'm getting some buzz in there. So that's the point.
No,
that's the point. No. Listen to me. The point is he's conflicted. I talked about it. You saw that last week.
He's not conflicted.
He's playing conflicted. Okay.
He's not playing it well. He's not playing it as well.
He's not playing it well. He's the best expression guy in the damn business. You can't tell me you're not
even the best expression guy on Raw.
Oh jeez. Nick, unmute yourself and tell me what you think. You break this tie. Break this.
I was disappointed last week. I don't even know what to make of it this week.
You're supposed to be disappointed.
I wanted to see Rated RKO come back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I was disappointed.
And Randy Orton fucked it up, so fuck him. Right?
I mean, it's going to play out to a better storyline, I think.
Absolutely. It's the beginning.
I think tonight was completely stupid.
It's the beginning. What do you mean it was stupid? He came out, and people are just like you are so pissed off that Rated RKO didn't happen that they booed his ass for like 10 minutes, whatever it was, probably like 4 or something, right? And he ate it up. That is the best shit. There's a guy that nobody fucking knew in here in Pittsburgh at NXT. I think he's the guy in Imperium. We just had this conversation. Please remind me in the chat room. The German guy. I know half of them are German. But
Ilya Dragunov?
Not Dragunov, the other one.
Alexander Wolf, Fabian Eichner, Marcel Barthel.
That last guy, I think it was. But he came out, and I swear, like, everybody booed him for 5 minutes. He teased getting on the mic. That is good fucking wrestling character right there.
Okay, but it takes up too much time of the show. If you're going to advertise that Randy Orton is going to explain himself, and then you don't do that, no, just advertise Randy Orton is going to be live. Don't fucking. I hate bait and switches. You know I hate bait and switches. Half of Raw is always bait and switch.
But it has been for
advertise Randy Orton.
It has been for 25 years. So, I mean, we know what we're getting on Raw. We know this is a bait and switch to get us to the next pay-per-view.
But that doesn't mean we have to continue it.
That's the...
Okay, but...
No, because they said they did the same thing with Charlotte, but they actually did something. Because Charlotte looked like she was
didn't do
going
anything
to announce things.
Yeah.
And then she was interrupted by something new adding to the story.
Because we went somewhere with it because she did the same thing Randy Orton did last week.
Yeah,
bait and switch. I'm going to choose. No, maybe I'm going to wait. It's the same thing.
No, it's not.
Why? Why is that different?
Because Randy Orton made his choice. He beat Ed in the head with a chair.
It's not what they were. No.
Okay, but if they're doing the same thing for two separate storylines, but at the same time, if they're doing the same thing like you're saying, aren't they doing it wrong then? Because if I was them, booking it wise, I would have taken Randy Orton and Edge. I'd have brought them back for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, give it a little time to build, then have Orton stab him in the back, do the concerto next week, come out, do the 12-minute entrance, 4 words, get the fuck out of there, and then you have that stronger build up to WrestleMania. I think that they pulled the trigger way too soon.
You also don't know. You don't know Edge's schedule. You don't know what's going on between Super Showdown and I believe Elimination Chamber between now and WrestleMania. We literally don't know, other than Goldberg's probably going to fight somebody. Okay, this has happened. Now we know Ricochet is fighting Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
Like that's so we know those
that'll be
things.
a hot 5 minutes.
I
I honestly would have rather see Bobby Lashley.
They're going to open the show.
really?
No, I would have rather seen
Well,
Lashley.
that's because
so
that
Lashley
show-
can shut the fuck up about wanting a match. With
Well,
Lesnar.
that's because he won't because he's a heel. But that's also then you don't have to care much about it because we disregard that show to begin with because of what it is.
Yeah, maybe some people don't get a choice.
I just mean emotionally, you're checked out on this one. Like, and
Oh,
a lot of
hate-
us are.
Everyone knows I hate the build to Super Showdowns and stuff like that.
It's just
so-
awkward. It's just absolutely awkward, and it is. I was gonna say literally the worst thing that WWE has done, but there's probably a lot worse that WWE has done because they're a big corporation. We'll see how that stock price goes.
Pretty close to the top, I think.
What's that?
It's pretty close to the top, I think. I'd say top 5.
Top 5? Yeah. No. It's top 5. Yeah, it's top 5. Yeah.
I'd say top 5.
We're not getting that. Okay, we're not getting that. We got a little too deep into it when we had a guest on a couple months ago, and I don't want to go down that road again. Anyways, let's see. AJ is injured. They needed Edge versus Randy for Saudi. Edge is not. No. Edge is not your replacement for AJ.
No.
First of all, that's not even on the same level.
AJ might have been slated to fight Brock.
Perhaps
That I could see.
Perhaps.
But that's already happened.
Who cares?
Doesn't matter.
They haven't seen it in Saudi Arabia.
It ain't like Ricochet's beating Brock at
Yeah.
Super Show.
You also remember, I mean, you're filling like 30, 40,000 people in a stadium to see this thing too. You're selling those tickets as well as people watch it on the
they
network.
don't know who the wrestlers are.
What's that?
They don't know who the wrestlers are.
Well, either way, I don't know. Maybe somebody is. Somebody's paying attention. That has some influence. But either way, no, I don't like
I know
that.
who one is.
Anyways, okay, moving on from the 10 minutes of silence. So, good question in the chat room that I'm not going to answer here.
Natalia match.
What's that? Natalia? No.
Yeah, I know. We're not going to talk about Natalia.
No, we're not getting into that. We had the what I'm starting to call the Latino Variety Hour on the Raw segment.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. No,
that was fine.
There's
Can
like-
we get someone on who doesn't confuse the people?
what are you talking about? Which part?
King. King.
Oh, okay. Commentary
King?
aside.
Oh my God, King just needs to turn his microphone off during those matches because he doesn't know who the fuck is who,
No.
and it comes off as incredibly racist.
Yeah, it does. It's unfortunate, especially when that's obviously something that we're doing to attract that Latino audience, which is a huge thing right now for them. I am surprised and continue to be surprised. When we were talking Lucha Underground in those days, I was like, oh, we're never going to have these like bilingual promo situations on WWE, especially Raw. And now we're completely doing that.
Yeah, we used to have it on Raw all the time, though.
Did we?
Rey
Yeah, Rey
Mysterio used to cut those all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Rey Mysterio would cut that all
It
the
would
time.
do like kind of a half English, half thing. Like,
Yeah, but he would do it.
yeah.
Yeah, but
Rey
now the
Mysterio
AOP's cutting
Eddie
all
Guerrero
the
used to do
promos.
it.
So I like that, or just Asuka just going Asuka on people.
Yeah, Asuka screaming in
I love
Japanese to
Asuka.
people is great. You
Mm.
you get what she's saying.
So I like that. I like the Charlotte thing. And again, a barometer is
Well, Charlotte, let's talk about the Charlotte thing.
absolutely.
Rhea goddamn Ripley showed up.
Mm-hmm.
Rhea goddamn Ripley.
She
ladies and
braved
gentlemen.
the snowstorm and got
They
there.
are trying to bump up those NXT ratings by bringing Charlotte to NXT.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm okay with that. That's fine. Because I didn't want to see Charlotte versus Becky. I didn't want to see Charlotte versus Bayley.
Yeah, it's a fresh new match. It elevates. I think we were already heading towards NXT is basically going to be on Mania. I imagine we're not having a takeover that weekend, right?
Oh, no, we are.
We are having a takeover.
There's a takeover Tampa.
So I'm curious what shape is that going to be versus who's represented on Mania itself?
I think you may see just an NXT championship match for Rhea and Charlotte.
Okay. On Mania.
By the way, it's interesting that some people have been made aware of the nomenclature change of the NXT Championship, and some people have not been made aware.
You're talking about in conversation in the commentary and interviews.
Yeah, because the commentary called her NXT Women's Champion Rhea Ripley,
Yes,
whereas Sarah Schreiber backstage called her NXT Champion Rhea Ripley.
I think it's probably there's probably a little bit of relearning when it comes to that, right?
Yeah, I hope that's what it is, because otherwise it can get confusing.
I mean, you have to get how many people across the night in just one show of, say, a Raw, SmackDown, NXT. NXT is probably the easiest, to be honest. To, like, that gets the, I don't know if this is in a meeting or you get a memo, or, I don't know what that production day thing looks like for the performers, for the on-screen performers like that. But either way, no, I'm liking that. I'm good with the Asuka Becky build into a rematch. Did we say where that's at?
It's next week.
It is next week.
Yeah.
All right.
I miss
I
women's
think that.
I miss women's tag title matches.
I do too. Has Kairi Sane been injured or something?
She's been cleared to wrestle.
She's
She
been
was in the
cleared.
Rumble.
She's been cleared. That's right. She was in the Rumble.
She was in the Rumble. She wrestled Becky.
So
before.
the thing I was worried about with the tag titles has happened.
Oh yeah, very much so. Because the problem is they keep saying they're all three brands, yet no one from the other brands is even talking about them.
No, not currently, until they roll into a storyline with them and move them over there or something.
Well, they also have to get the women over there, because all of the women's tag teams are on SmackDown.
What other teams are there right now?
There's Fire and Desire.
Not true.
There's Alexa and Nikki. There is, now Naomi's back, you can reteam Naomi and Carmella.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's another one too, and I can't.
And you can build up new pairs. I mean, we got probably Lana and Ruby.
Oh God. That bothers me.
Yeah,
I knew Ruby was gonna turn on her. I saw it coming a mile away. But still,
yeah.
that doesn't mean I have to like it.
No. I'm just happy she's back.
I'm happy she's back. I'm happy she's healthy.
She's back, healthy, and she's gonna be doing
again,
something.
That's another thing. They're jumping to the middle of the story.
They jump into the middle of the story.
And Dave, yes, of course the Iconics, but the Iconics are on Raw or in limbo somewhere, because no one knows where they are anymore.
No. As you mentioned, maybe still contending.
No, you know what? Let's be truly woke. I'd rather see the Revival versus Kabuki Warriors. Let's just do that.
Yeah, let's just do that. I mean,
Crash and Dawson versus Asuka and Kairi.
That'll get them to step down from their release this time.
Actually, it might.
Hey, how about
be an enjoyable
listen?
match.
Do you
that
want
would be a great match.
Listen? Do you want all the
That
tag?
may even be my Mayhem Mania.
Listen,
match.
here's the pitch. Listen, Revival, would you like to have all the tag team belts? It's like, what are you talking about? We've had every tag team belt. Like, no, you haven't. No, you
What
haven't.
about this one?
What about this? Dun, dun,
Just look at it.
How do you feel about getting misted by a woman?
And all right, Sorg, here's the finish of the match. They go to hit Asuka with the Shatter Machine, but as she's coming down, she sprays Dawson in the face.
Yeah. Well, now see.
That's it.
Now
That's
we
the
don't even need to. Now we have that in our heads.
That's the.
Oh
finish.
man, that's us right in our. There's our Mayhem Mania for tomorrow. Asuka's in a match. That's right. Damn it.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind. What else do you guys want to touch on for tonight? Anything of mind? Anything on your mind, Nick, from tonight's wrestling?
Pretty blank.
Don't leave
I'm
yourself.
always pretty blank.
Don't leave yourself open like that. You know they're going to take advantage of that in the chat room.
Yeah, I know.
There was a massive 6-man elimination tag team match for absolutely fucking nothing.
Yeah, I was entertained by that.
That's the way they continue storylines, Mike, unfortunately. It's not a great way, but it's we need to put something on for 20 minutes on a segment while we sell sticker bars.
Yeah, I guess. You'd never know Buddy Murphy was half of the Raw Tag Team Champions.
No, where did this belt come from? I don't know.
And see, like what I'm wondering right now is, are they when are they going to start actually defending him? They defended him last week, did they not?
Yeah, they defended him against Joe and Owens, but Joe got injured.
Yeah, but now Seth really wants to go after Brock still. Even, it's going to continue after this.
No, it's not.
You don't think so?
Absolutely not. No, Seth is not going to go up because they just need to stopgap Brock. Like, he's going to have one more defensive Super Showdown and a 5-minute squash match against Ricochet, and then we're not going to see Brock have another match until WrestleMania.
It's a long plane ride for a 5-minute squash, but when you get paid that much, I guess.
Okay, so
I just hope they're able to get back this time.
You don't think somehow they would do the Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio reboot storyline?
Absolutely not.
All I know is Edge and Orton has got to be leading into WrestleMania.
No, I meant you remember when Rey Mysterio put his title opportunity on the line against Randy Orton, lost it.
No, that's not.
I hope we're not doing that bullshit.
Drew is not doing that.
No.
No, although Drew's squashing Mojo Rawley for some reason made zero sense to me.
Yeah, why would you do that to Mojo, your 24/7 champion, other than...
And more to the point, why didn't someone run out to pin him afterwards?
Mm-hmm.
R-Truth, where the fuck are you? Are you in the snow?
I mean, it's a good... structurally, I like what it is, but you could... Again, we talk about this deep roster. You literally could have put any other loudmouth bad guy out there and done that.
Or just made someone a loudmouth bad guy for a night.
Right. Or reminding us, oh, he's wearing that belt and he's doing nothing with it. Oh, and this Riddick Moss guy has done jack shit since he's shown up.
Yeah, Riddick Moss could have taken that Claymore.
Yeah, he's the worst offensive lineman ever.
I don't know. You should ask Jimmy Garoppolo about that. Sports! That's the losing quarterback for the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Anyways, I beat Assassin's Creed Liberation last night. That was my Super Sunday.
I was playing Madden and I won the Super Bowl and beat the shit out of the Browns.
Oh, jeez, man.
Hey,
wait, the Browns made it to the Super Bowl?
In my season of Madden, it was the Dallas Cowboys versus the Cleveland Browns, and I beat the shit out of them.
Man, that's like Aleister Black versus Jobber of the Week right there.
Yeah, I know. It was pretty great. But you want to hear the funniest part? You know who the Browns beat to get to that Super Bowl? The Patriots.
The Patriots. Wow.
It's great.
We are in fantasy land.
It's great. I had fun with that.
All right, guys. We are on the eve of 700 Club tomorrow. This is happening. And
Be sure to get your donations ready. Oh, yay. Evans Gay. Essence Play.
Wait, why are you
Oh, man.
Is that Pig Latin? I don't think that's...
Yeah, that's from Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's been a while. Anyways, so that's happening, and we're gonna have some appearances, some guest spots tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
The guest list is amassing, and the guest list is impressive.
I'm excited.
I'm looking forward. I think Mike, I sent you. Did you watch the one message I sent you?
No.
It's in the Wrestling Mayhem Show group. We'll look at those YouTube. I put the cutting room floor one where he says the wrong website, and I put the real one we're using. Also, one has a cameo by Marshall Gambino's daughter, I believe.
Sorg, is Steam Machine going to be there?
I don't know where to find Steam Machine.
Sorg, just scream out Steam Machine.
Hold on a second. We'll try this. Steam Machine, be here at 9 o'clock tomorrow. There. We'll see what that. We'll see what that does.
I feel much better now.
What's that?
I feel much better now.
Good.
I
did too. I had to get that out of my system.
Should I try and find another vintage email for our second?
You should find another vintage email. Yes.
Okay.
Another
vintage email.
It'll be fun. We are going to have some returning familiar faces, and of course, like I said, a pretty good guest list of people dropping in and giving their 2 cents throughout the night. So looking forward to that. That starts at, we'll start streaming around 9 p.m. Eastern time. That might just be a fun slideshow like I did tonight when we got started. I'm trying new things to entertain you guys while we're not prepared. And we're trying to make all the ones and twos in the internets work with Mike and whoever's on and whatever is happening. And I'm like, oh, shit, it's 9 o'clock. I got to hit play. What?
I'm Poppy.
Yes. Mad Mike?
No.
483 on the Twitters.
Also, go to prowrestlingtees.com/Ziggy Haim.
Yes.
A friend of the show, Ziggy Haim, she had her puppy, Ozymandias, needed some puppy surgery. He's doing well, but all proceeds for the shirt will go to puppy surgery. So please go there. It's an excellent shirt. She's an excellent person.
He's wearing a cone, and it makes me so sad. There's a picture of it for you guys on video. Go Pro Wrestling Tees. Support the Ziggy.
Support the Ziggy. Support the Ozzy. Support puppies. All right.
Support
the like puppies. Jerry Lawler and support puppies.
But like those puppies, not like those puppies. Like the ones that.
Wait, he wasn't talking about dogs this whole time?
No, he was not the Bob Barker.
Oh, wow. My worldview just completely shattered.
So go check that out. And also, of course, the man who just discovered Poppy, Nick Farrah.
Hi, everyone. I'm depressed now.
Hey, Nick, can you just say I'm Poppy once?
I'm Poppy.
Yeah!
That's it.
I feel dirty now.
Where can people tell you?
Deep dive more into Poppy.
Where can people tell you how dirty you are on social media?
I met that one guy at Pittsburgh. I can't even say it. That one guy from Pittsburgh who's not Poppy.
Okay. All right. And of course, go check out everything. Sorgatron on the Twitters. We got a lot of great shows. Bold Pittsburgh returned last week. Go check that out. bold-pittsburgh.com, I believe, is the website. We are going to, if you're Pittsburgh local, we had Sally Wiggin in here, and we're going to talk about her history and her love for animals and helping endangered species over the next couple weeks of the broadcast. We also had Professor Buzzkill on Fishing Without Bait talking about Martin Luther King's speech. I don't have it in front of me which one it was, but it was a good one. And I am so good at promoting things. And also Super Bowl brunch. Yes, they're talking about things before the Super Bowl, hours before, but there's a lot of good chat in there from some barbecue, and there's this first sip box that's it's like a loot crate that you can get with beer related items in it. That's pretty cool. So definitely recommend that. And Uncle Jammy's barbecue, it was the other guest on that show. That's Bold Sports Pittsburgh. Subscribe to them as well. They're doing some very good things. And we might be doing a little more interesting things with Bold Sports. And I might know when Mad Mike name drops some quarterback from the losing team of the Super Bowl in the near future. That's how I learn things. Wow. Friends at Comic Book Pit doing great things. I don't know what it's about yet, but Thrifty Podcast had Effie on their album art today. So based on that alone, and also I just love that show in general, go listen to that episode. I haven't had the opportunity yet. And that's all I got right now. That's all I got for plugs. SorgatronMedia.com, brand new website over there. Hopefully it gets you to your podcast much easier as long as I update it, which I'm going to be doing right after this podcast. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, chat room. You guys make the show great with us. Yes, Pittsburgh living legend Sally Wiggin was right here in the studio. Also, she was the first person to show up and play games with Chachi at Chachi Plays. There's a little bit of lore for you. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Mayhem out.